Alright, welcome back to SouFLoTV again, everybody. If you've never been here before, just go ahead and hit that subscribe button. Hit the bell next to the subscribe button as well, so you're notified every time a new video goes up on SouFLoTV. Jashii, why didn't y'all tell me to go and watch Jashii's interview with Anthony on ER? People, listen up. Jashii in a whole heap of problem and don't even know it here, so I'm gonna explain to you why. I just watched the complete interview for the first time. Now, don't get me wrong. I've been trying to stay away from the dancehall thing because anytime you cover any dancehall topic as a vlogger, check the comment section. There's a whole lot of animosity there. So I guess that shows that dancehall music is followed by animosity online. That has been my experience for the past 6 years that I've been doing, covering dancehall music and its goings and happenings. So I'm kind of step away from it for a minute. If you notice, I me say pen and paper review, and I haven't pen and paper reviewed any songs come out this year. I me say, put the camera up live and direct, raw and uncut, and we haven't touched any of the dancehall thing because we are trying to stay away from the thing. However, this particular interview though, damn it man. I mean, no, Sir Jashii doing thing. He probably doesn't have a PR team and a proper management team put in place for say, don't say this in front of the camera, don't say that. A lot of these artists are doing things independently. So it's not like back in the day when, you would have a publicist and a PR team and a management team who is seasoned in the game, and they're gonna call artists is just, let's put it this way. A lot of the artists today are just hurry come up and drag up. Drag up as in no disrespect to them, but they're doing their thing on their own, right? And that's one thing, it's fine and cool. But you see, when you go out there on a main stage, right, and they start to give you TV time, that's a whole different ball game. You can't just come out and just say anything. And I don't care what anybody wants to tell you about. Just be yourself and say what you want to say. You're not bounty killer. Chill. You hear me? Bounty thing season already. Years and decades Bounty put in at this on a whole different level, fighting battles, and now Bounty is looked at as one of the, if not the great. Matter of fact, in a league by himself. Cause in the interview you even hear Jashii say Bounty is the streets. Seeing that title they never come easy. And I'm sure Bounty Killer himself can tell you that that title didn't come easy. I wish Jashii call me. Call me brother. Because Jano, the way how the interview was done. So let me break down the whole interview for you guys who haven't seen the interview. The interview is wild. It is the biggest interview from any artist out of Jamaica for 2021. Bar none. Except for Vybz Kartel's interview with Fox News out of New York City, the United States of America, etc., etc. Jashii Owen, right there, so. Next. Biggest interview for the year. He's a breakout dancehall artist. He's doing his thing. I had never heard of him before because my ears not there to the ground like that when it comes to who's dropping next and who's hot next. Whole heap of mistakes made. And I'm not holding it as a disrespect towards Jashii. It's a ghetto youth, a Ganspen him come from. Up out of the ghetto is where I must say. House of a bill and them thing there, and buy nice cars and live good life and them thing there, and money off a make, and I support that 100%. Anytime my brothers and sisters are finding a way out without having to squeeze a trigger in our next brother or sister face, then I applaud them the way they are coming out. You know what I'm saying? Out of the struggle, out of the ghetto, move on to better things. Boy, the interview, I wish he had never done that interview, to be honest with you. At least not in the manner that he did it. However, it's already done. So first of all, wrong is wrong. Jashii shows up and Jashii has a bottle of liquor or champagne something in the bottle there. Rose something. It might be some juice, and probably burn him weed and everything. You could tell by the way he was talking, he was a bit inebriated. Very exaggerated in his expressions. But I saw ghetto people still. Majority of ghetto people, I saw them express themselves. Seeing? Nothing wrong with that. Here's the problem though. When you get a major stage, like say ER, on stage, any one of them there, we are going to catapult you to the rest of the world now. You have to simmer and go in the right way. The way how Jashii came across with the drinks. And you know, Anthony kind of beat him too. But Anthony was just... That's what it's all about. We have to make the thing interesting for people to watch. Right? So, the interviewer is looking to score points as well. To make the interview not boring. Because that's how the world we're living in is run today. If people click on your thing and it's boring, them no want to see it, them just go watch something else. But from beginning to end, that Jashii interview was nowhere near boring. It was very entertaining. It was even cringe-worthy. Cringe-worthy. Because I'm sitting watching it and I'm like, Bumbleclot, somebody couldn't tell him, say don't say that. At least not say it like that. Let me break down the pointers for you. Jashii is seen as brash, uncouth, untamed, drunk and high in the interview. Like, in my wall of vibes. Misunderstood and stigmatized. When you hear what I just say, misunderstood and stigmatized. Now the youth clarified right away now, because you hear how Anthony is Anthony lead, he led him with that question, the man said, so it is about so and so time in the afternoon, and you are already having a drink, as like him I try to say. So you just drink alcohol in them early hours of the morning, like what kind of life you live, something like that. But Jashii came back right away and Jashii said, this is ER. Mr. Miller, this is ER, right? Alright, this is ER. This is a huge stage. This is the stage that this is a dream come through for me. So pop a champagne and celebrate. Yes, the whole team is here, sir. I celebrate, we celebrate. See, so it's not like we get up and get drunk early in the morning every day. This is a celebration. Just to let everybody know. I think that part alone went over everybody else's head, because people still look upon the buckle once Anthony said what time of the day it was. Seeing? Everything gone downhill from there, so watch this. Jashii straight up in this interview told law enforcement that him carry illegal gun. And him brethren them carry illegal gun. Now, him never say it like that. He didn't say it straight out like that. But if you read between the lines, that is the meaning. Now, people remember, I did 10 years of law enforcement, dedicated my life to this. I am a U.S. infantry combat veteran. Understand? Been on the front lines. I've done this. I'm telling you how we're trained to see things. The man them see it as in any officer look upon that seat as in between the lines he's reading, not directly reading your words. When Jashii did the part where he talk about how him shot himself already, because Anthony asked him, have you been directly affected by the violence that's, taking place in our society in Jamaica? Say enough people are dead. I think Jamaica has gone over 1,400 and something murders for the year of 2021 that we're in now. And Jashii said, I shot myself already. Accidentally shoot himself already. And he went to explain that his brother forgave him and so on and so forth. And, him just learn from that. So now, watch the talk. He said, so now, me just make sure say one not in the head again. Because when him did shoot himself, him said one did in the head. Him never know it. In other words, I was a novice then. I was a little youth then. I didn't know too much about gun. But now, me make sure say one not in the head. So me now shoot myself again. Now, they can easily go check and say, the boy don't have no licensed firearm. So when I talk about him, still I make sure say one not in the head again. At which part him there hold gun. Now I want you to understand something. By saying what he said in that interview, he basically said that. Not only that, gone are the days when you can actually sing about bust out head, gun. I remember Beanie Man sing, man a bad man, wicked man, not take man. Listen, listen to the words, Beanie Man. Man a bad man, wicked man, no take man fit toy. With me Glock in me hand, mark, kill and destroy. Me murder your mama, make your papa start cry. You remember them lyrics there? Okay, nobody looks at Beanie Man as a gunman today. Or ever looked at Beanie Man as a gunman. They might say Beanie Man no gunman. They might say Beanie Man have some gunman friend round him. Willie Haggart and them man from back in them time they and them thing there. They might say Beanie Man come from gunman place, but they have never preed Beanie Man as a gunman. You understand? Those days are gone. And the artists them need to understand that, and I wish Jashii understood that. I went and I listened to one of Jashii's song them. And in the song him talk about this and a joke thing, contract killing are where we into. Hello? That's one of the biggest problems in Jamaica right now. May I tell you where I make the biggest mistake, you know? Hold on. Contract killing are where we into. And then he goes on to describe in the lyrics in how them kill. You know, head fly. Every machine round here so full of a dollar kind like piggy bank and all these things. Right? At the end of the song, he solidifies it by saying this is not just a song. And a sing we are sing about it. We kill for real. And I say, bomba clot. Youth. You tie up your 2 foot them just now. And now are trying to run or walk. The biggest part of the mistake now for me is when he said, what do you think is the problem with crime? Jashii said, crime can't done. Him say, me can't solve crime. Me can't stop crime. Which is right. Him say, worse can't stop crime to Mr. Anthony Miller. The man say, the police them down at the station a create crime. Listen now. Of course he went ahead and said that him keep police around him or something like that. So anybody around him a go on like them one in a so and so. Him have them police there for show you. Say so and so. But that came right off of him saying it's the police in the police station. So is he talking about criminal elements police? Because for this year alone we had so many see them just catch 2 police there broke shop, you know. And we caught a bunch of them in the US transport cocaine, you know, when they were supposed to be at work. So we know for a fact that we have a lot of rogue police officers. However, the police force don't want to be seen as that, like all of them is the same thing. That's why over here on SouFLoTV we say big up to the good police officers them. Why? Because we've been on the ground for a minute and we actually know people who this was their calling from them little, and at this them they want to do them whole life, and them actually made it into the police force, and they actually get up every day as law-abiding tax-paying citizens who go out there and put their lives on the line daily to make sure that our country is as secure as they can make it within their powers. So I know all of them are criminals. So when you get a big stage now like a ER where you're gonna be seen all around the world, and you say the police them down a station a create crime, Jesus Christ, you must understand, you know. So you have some police out there right now who feel a way. It was like you slapped them in them face just now, you know. And now they're going to have to get back at you. Some of them feel like it. No, I don't care what nobody want to say. I'm real to the bone when me talk my thing. Me no go around it and me no hide. Right? So, Tadmar now. Tadmar, the producer of one of Jashii bangers, just got killed in Grand Spen. A Grand Spen Jashii come from. Jashii no hard for find. In the interview, he actually said his mother still sells soup. Anthony asked him, where does she sell the soup? He said, right, that's how we get. And then he said the whole address of where he lived. So he's not hard to find. Them can pull up on foot, night, day, anytime. Right? Tadmar, the producer. The police says they killed him because he fired on them first or confronted them with a gun and fired at them. And the whole story is that he is actually the person who recently committed a murder in the community in broad daylight, and the whole like people them around and know about it, nobody now say nothing. So painted a picture of him as a gunman. Of course a lot of us are saying, well, if that's the case, how come a man clout down a next man in a broad daylight and only put him face on the news? If you do that in the US, you're not held as a secret. Police now look for you secretly. They put you on the news immediately. If you see this man, he's armed and dangerous. Look out for this face right here. Call the police as soon as you see him, or call an anonymous tip line, blah, blah, blah. So me I try to figure out when them find out say Tadmar killed this person here and end up reach at his yard. Because the police said that they got word that he was back in the community. So them just go over there upon him. Okay. Say they found that out last minute, right? And they went for him. Tadmar is connected to Jashii. Me don't know if them hang out together all the time, drink liquor and all these things, burn weed together and talk and look girl together and party together and them are bona fide brethren like that. But if they come from the same community and you are the producer of one of his hits, then more than likely you're more than just high and by people. You're more than just business acquaintances. Seeing? It's not like, oh, I go to the studio like Iactane and and Iactane name call up in the Klansman Wandan gang trial saying that members frequented a studio where Iactane works out of, recorded, and Iactane say, music me do. So all that was about music. I don't know if that's the case here. So when them dash way, Tadmar now, big protests around a grand spend. Remember, I know a Jashii place this, you know. For those of you who don't see that this was a warning for Jashii, whether it was a direct warning from the law enforcement officials that went for Tadmar, or it was a warning from the universe, it's a warning. Me now says a direct warning from the police, but me would have take this as a warning. Whether it's a warning from the universe or a warning from the police, me would have take it as a warning. Right? Them are pre youth. Them see you as a gunman youth. You've said enough in your songs to convince even me. Say that go on there so. He went a little further and said, if me find out so one of my friends them a try kill me, what me I go do? Me tell them already so me I go murder them. In the interview, like there was no polish up nothing. Now some of us, go to school and we've learned how to master the English language and how to flip it and speak a certain way when we're around certain people, and then speak another way when we're around another set of people. Clearly Jashii ain't one of those people, or he chose not to be in this interview. So the interview went down and came across as brash, crude. Remember Anthony Miller saying in the interview, hey, I wouldn't advise you to murder anybody, but Jashii kind of double down like that me would I do. If me find out one of my friend them a try to kill me, me a murder him. You said too much, my friend. You know? And these are things that I've said on social media. I've said that if a boy ever try to rape my daughter or violate my mom or anything like that, take a life out of my family or anything like that, I'm putting money on that ass. I'm putting money on that head. But I'm not an international artist that got a platform like on ER. Seeing? And I'm not that reachable, touchable as in Jashii the right there, so I'm still in the struggle. I don't care if you drive 5 Series Beamer, if you haven't bought the house on the hill yet, the land and the real estate and all that, and moved out of certain surroundings, like Bounty Killer said, then you're still in it. I like a flashy Beamer and this and that, couple dollars in your pocket don't mean you've made it, but it means that things are getting better for you, right? And we wish Jashii all the best. But Jano, after watching the whole interview, you can't just say you are gunman in a song these days and then double down and say this is not just song we are sing, this is a real thing, this is what we do. We kill people. And we believe in a contract killing, and a contract killing we order, contract killing we do, and all these things. No, sir. No. Police don't have station a cause crime. Listen now, there's a lot of people get killed this year in Jamaica. And a lot of those murders had absolutely nothing to do with police. Nothing. A man handle them business. This a one ya kill that the one because of whatever, that the one the friend them go back go kill this a one ya, reprisal killings and all that. That's mostly what was going on in Jamaica. So for Jashii figure say a police them down a station a create the crime. Not only was it a bit ignorant, but it was brash as hell, and he used a huge stage to do it. Remember me did tell you know, when Time Vibes Cartel interview aired, I said, watch what's gonna happen next. Big investigation will go on, them I go move Cartel from Wayne, all that. Go watch my older video and y'all seen what happened, right? I think 5 agencies, different agencies conducted 5 different investigations. None of them was able to come up with anything to incriminate Cartel as far as that interview goes. But they took it as a slap to the face, because how the rotted a United States media house got into our prison, got to a high profile person in our prison, a high profile inmate, and then the high profile inmate can hear Cartel pan something in a nice in here, and he started describing the inhumane conditions inside there. Made them look bad, made them look a kind of way. They felt violated. So all kind of something start going after that. Y'all can look for more with Jashii. All me would have said to Jashii is, brother, y'all make good music. No matter if people don't like the content of your music or not, there's a market there for it. Right? But watch what y'all do. Because you as a ghetto youth should know how the place run more than anything else. I know everything good for it, good for talk. And sometimes you have to know where to say what. And how to say what. Them people that like to be lied to. They like for you to pretty up some things for them sometime. Sometime my granny used to say, farm fool for catch wise. Or play a fool for catch wise. See? I'm gonna left it right there. So leave your comments in the comment section below. We wish Jashii nothing but the best, more success than anything else. And I hope 2022 means you're up on planes flying out, taking it to the next level and all these other things. I'm not even going to talk about the part about names that you mentioned, like Shabba Rankin and how them man they not do nothing for dancehall and all these other things, and go step on the emperor tour. Brother, them man they heavy. Them man they blink and you're missing. Don't take it from me. Just know say I saw a thing go. Alright? SouFLoTV. Hit that subscribe button. Catch you on the next video. I'm out. Peace.